So some people, they think that they might, or they're not sure if they have like intuitive abilities, or maybe they have maybe a spiritual guide or like psychic gifts and abilities. Can you give an example of like, because it took a while for you to figure it out too, but what are like ways where people can learn that they maybe have psychic abilities or they are actually gifted?
There's many ways that show up throughout a person's life that can hint to the fact that they have abilities. And there's different types of abilities. There's healing abilities, there's mediumship abilities, psychic abilities. I mean, there's a bunch. We can go into that in another video. But some of the common signs that show up for people as they move through life starts in childhood, when they are running to their parents and telling them, I saw someone in my room, I saw this guy come out of my closet, like there's someone standing next to my bed, and there's shadows watching me, or you feel afraid of the dark. Like you feel like when you were a kid, like you never, like when the lights went off, you felt vulnerable, like someone's watching you, because you're sensing the spirit energies around you. That's a big one. Imaginary friends, I hear, is also a big sign that it's actually they're talking to like a spirit most of the time, and the parents think it's just an imaginary friend. Another one would be if people are always like coming around you, like you feel like strangers like tell you everything about them, or they come to you with a problem and you barely know them. You might get in the grocery store, maybe everyone's always extra chatty with you, or people seem drawn to you somehow and you can't explain it. That's usually like a sign of like healing gift, let's say. That's a big one, or if you're an empath. Also, speaking of empathy, which goes along with a lot of other psychic gifts, you might feel like overwhelmed in like crowds or public places, or you might cry really easily, like when you see someone's going through something, or you might like randomly start getting really agitated or sad or whatever, not knowing where it's coming from. So you're picking up other people's emotions, and you haven't realized yet that you're an empath, and it hasn't, that you have to shield yourself from that and protect yourself. But there's a number of other signs that we can go into, but those are some very common signs that you see with people who have various spiritual gifts.